I've even seen an Alp go for Radiance these days, which is crazy, as you need the mana regen so badly, but the nerfs too. They make you consider alternatives build sometimes, even if not so efficient. Cold Snap level 1, huh? So it seems like a Quadplex Invoker for Dendi. That's interesting. So he's playing, like, I guess the new Beastmaster build, which actually maxes Axe in lane, but with the offlane Beastmaster with Helmet and Dominator. I wonder if he's gonna go for like 2 points in Axes, 3 points in Boar, like Zai used to do when he was kind of countered in lane or had a tough lane where the Boars were countered. He would just not put any points in Inner Beast. And I mean, it makes sense, right? You're not gonna fight until Beastmaster has enough levels to actually have 2 or 3 points in Inner Beast. The aura is nice, but it pushes you to lane, and your Phoenix is not gonna use up the aura very well. So I don't mind the Axes early. I still like the Helmet of Dawn build though.
No.
The thing we mentioned earlier, by the way, the Quadplex versus Viper matchup is now going to be really true. Usually the Quadplex Invoker struggles against the Viper unless you get some really good EMP nukes, which is kind of the only way you can stop the Viper. Oh, wow. That was so easy.
Blood. I thought I saw that in the forecast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the Viper, essentially, if you take away his mana, and it's kind of decent, because at least you can prevent another toxin. But with the buffs to poison attack, the fact that Viper now has the nice little bottle, very, very buffed in that sense, because he loves getting the extra mana from the water runes. And bottle is better for mana than for HP regen in general. You're just really strong on the lane. And Quadplex Invoker tends to struggle, because you can't really outlast him once he has enough levels, and you can't out-heal him either. But there we go, you see Dendi knows how to play this matchup, not even tornadoing him, it's just about the EMP. The EMP is what makes this matchup really crucial. A Viper can still last it regardless of that though. It's not like you completely nullify them, you just make your lane livable.
Demised.
Exactly. Hex. Nice. It's very interesting as well because this build that Lion goes, which is Hex plus Earthspike, is so very, like, I think in Eastern European games, I've never seen them go for the monitor. In Europe, Western Europe, you see it sometimes, but in Eastern Europe, it's always this build for the early aggression. Solo particularly loves this when he used to play Lion 5 last season, whereas a lot of Lion 5s are playing with Mana Drain to annoy the offlaner. He didn't care. He was all about that aggression. So, you know, no surprise that his team, and particularly a Lion player like X's Vampire, will be going for this aggressive build, taking advantage of the Mars. If you get a good lane with Mars, it's so easy to snowball on this hero, so I think it's the right way to go. Sol Ring also got buffed, so it's easier for him to gank early.
Mine.
That's true. Might have concern though, Magic Wand's enough because you have up against Disruptor who spams Thunderstrike a bunch. Another little combination, Acid Spray. Watson's like, please don't kill him, no fear, please, I swear. But he has nothing to do, right? He can only drop Acid Spray, 1 point in Grievel's Greed. Because he knows the lane's going badly, which is why he's actually maxing Acid Spray. This doesn't really scale too well, but it's actually decent at least forcing the enemy team out, and it's good at recovering stacks a bit later. But the whole idea of stacking for supports has been nerfed now that camps are so far away. Disruptor's not a good stacker in general. Yes. Yeah, I like it.
Denial.
Yeah, I like it, honestly. I feel like with a Luna, since she's so strong, you can put a lot of aggression here, or you can just concentrate on making sure Luna has like a good early. You know you don't need to get kills early. And with the changes to the net worth and how you get gold from assists, it's actually not even great. Oh, Nexus Vampire, top lane, might die. Magic Wand, very far as well. All the healing in the world. Thunder Strike, pretty powerful, but not powerful enough. Yeah, the salve as well as save him. Yeah, so now if you get kills very early and you actually get a surmountable, or sorry, a considerable lead, the enemy team can just get a kill on you and recover the lead completely. So kills super early are actually been nerfed, whereas kills in like the 10 to 20 minute mark are a bit better. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like it when you go, when these witches are go for this build, I like it when you go for the 2 points in Maledict, and maybe if the boards are a real issue, 2 points in Cask and keep it at level 2. That's fine. Nexus Vampire on the top lane, again, killed by a Thunderstrike. It's just too strong a skill. Honestly, Lion harassing the Disruptor, Disruptor's not here. You can just spam Thunderstrike till the cows go home, and it's very difficult for you to stop it.
Killing spree! I'll always remember how foolish you looked.
Focus super happy about this, getting the snowball he needs. Really hard to kill a Mars as well, so if he's the one amassing net worth, it's really not that big a deal, because there's no way you're going to rotate and kill him, unless Dendi plays incredibly aggressively once he gets those urn. Dendi's actually winning the lane mid, now that he's recovered a bit. Usually this happens as the Viper starts to lose mana, the EMP is easier to land, Viper starts to struggle on getting last hits, so you can see Dendi playing much more aggressively. With 3 points in Quaz, you're no longer that worried about the poison attack. Stuck another toxin. Yep. Top.
Under the weather.
By my boys, you'll not live to see it.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Double kill! My pride.
Yeah, really well played there. Nice rotation by Dendi, though a bit of an overextension, I'd say, by Focus there. He got a bit greedy, thinking, oh, I can keep killing this lane, and forgot that now it's a time where mid laners can actually rotate.
Dire's middle
And
tower
he got
is under
punished for
attack.
that, as I said earlier, due to the new net worth gold formula and how assists are given gold. That just completely gave the lead now to Bait again. Despite them having less kills, despite there being better last hitting on NoTechies, doesn't really matter. Helmet Dominator is also up in the bottom lane, by the way. Not enough mana to kill Lamey, because otherwise with Primal Roar, this could have been a kill. We do see a very interesting build with only 1 point in Axis to boost up the damage the Beastmaster has, and a second point in her Beast.
Heads up!
Double for Maledict.
I'll have your skull for my satchel. Hell's gates swing wide. Oh, look at it go! To the Netherrealm.
You die as you live. Insipid and ignorant.
The bones will tell.
Nature. Red in tooth and talon.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
With the alacrity in the inner beast, that pushing up the tower is gonna do.
Radiant's
Hold on.
bottom tower
That's
is
gonna
under
work
attack.
well on this tower, and of course that's gonna be able to open up the map a bit. However, very cleverly, very clever as well. NoTechies doing the same thing with the Luna. They know they have the advantage more on the Luna in terms of pushing power. Mars alone cannot take this tower, so Mars will rotate mid and
Radiant's
try to
bottom
go
tower
and
has
get
fallen.
a kill here, because he has a big team fight potential. There's no use in keeping Mars up top. Luna still can get the safe farm, in addition to putting some pressure, and Mars can go mid and see if he can
Dire's
maybe
top
take him into this
tower is
tower.
under
Honestly, it's with the
attack.
catapult wave. It's not a bad timing at all. Can they defend this? Nice spirits into the catapult to at least lower the attack speed, not deal as much damage to the tower. And unfortunately, without the catapult, they just don't deal any damage to this tower at all.
Look at it go!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, a little stomp there by the Beastmaster. This time it is his centaur though. I did check this. We've had some rogue centaurs in this. But Beastmaster with the Helmet of Dominator already being quite impactful early. I love the Solar Crest build as well. It's the build we suggested in the beginning, and I think it's honestly as good as the Necros build, just in a different way. Beast, Deafening preventing the arena blood. The focus without expecting this one forward. He might just die. No fear. Punishing a very cocky focus. They use a Supernova when he goes down with it,
middle
and they
tower
will
is under
accomplish that.
attack.
So that's already going to be 2 kills for Bait. Going for Solo next, but Solo maybe a bit too fast. Centaur running after him. Unfortunately, the Conquer cannot beat the Witch Doctor. 2 legs are in fact better than 4. True. I mean, Witch Doctor, he never skips life day.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Here, catch!
He's gonna get away.
Mark these words. Wherever last you will hear. All that matters perishes
Poison.
with me.
So that was a pretty good counter initiation there by NoTechies, but they forced the Luna to rotate, and she is going for the fast physical damage build, right? MOM into Dragonlance with a single Wraith Band. Not bad.
Dire's
This is the
middle
build to go
tower
against
is
the
under
Elk.
attack.
But all this time that they were fighting
Dire's
there, they
structures are
just got a bunch of
fortified.
farm of Watson, and he recovered, has his Battle Fury, soon to get Sanj as well. And once you get Heaven's Halberd, that's the best counter to this kind of Luna. They stop the early damage completely with that 5-second disarm.
Whoa, look at it go!
Nice time to both again.
Poison the soil.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No, it is a good item for him. I agree that since you don't have the Medallion Carrier or the Solo Crest on the offlane, because I feel like on Mars it's a bit of a waste. Yeah, Witch Doctor, what else is he going to build, right? Either that or Glimmer Cape, I think it's fine. Sometimes they build the Vessel, of course, but this game...
Double
Well, true, this game you
damage.
actually don't have a Vessel Carrier if the Witch Doctor doesn't carry it. So how do you deal with the Elk? Oh, maybe?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Told you that was quite literally. We need to stop. We need to stop. Okay, Supernova. Like, oh, okay, I guess we just walk away. It's really just Dendi's Tornado that can control in that situation. Unfortunately, that was a well, because you kind of have an issue with that. So good Eclipse though by Lemmy. Just a deterring Eclipse to get them away. And he's gonna go for the example. The Yasha finally as the next item. Hopefully after that the BKB, and then you'll be good to go on Luna. And translate more aggressively. Eclipse level 2 as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Focus
attack.
in trouble. Is he gonna die to the Sunray alone? TSA chasing after him. He really wants the skill. Oh, he's been stuck. The Hex surprised him. They do close back focus though. Using the Vision Rinker side. They kill him with the access. He comes limitless with the promo roar for a nice Earthspike. Might just save solo. They have the Viper joining in as well together with Lamey, and they're gonna punish Limitless. He thought he could get a secondary kill on the enemy captain, but he's not gonna find it. Look at this team defending their captain to the death.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay. We should be good. We should be
Radiant's middle tower is
with a
under
haste.
attack.
Let's see the Dragon Lance as well. The BKB now for the Viper. That's going to be the same timing as the BKB for the Luna, ideally, and that's going to be the time where
Dire's
NoTechies
top
starts to fight.
tower
And
is
of course,
under attack.
Alk to go down. And Alk is also going for his own BKB, not going for Heaven's Hammer just yet. I consider the SNY this game if he thinks he needs to fight a bit early. It's nice to have a defensive Alk, but you kind of need someone with damage. And unfortunately,
Radiant's
Quasar's Invoker
middle
doesn't
tower
bring
is
us to the
under
table.
attack.
A Quasar's Invoker that's starting
Radiant
to
structures
now
are
shift
fortified.
into sort of Invoker with this idea of a Midas.
Dire's
Interesting
top
choice.
tower has fallen.
A lot of space for the team.
Radiant's middle tower is
Let's
under
see
attack.
if that works out for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Down your sound. Yeah, we're gonna see how this works out for NoTechies, because they're now nearing their point where it's kind of make or break. They can't keep playing defense against Nal, but they of course don't want to rush it against them. And we'll play a bit more aggressively. Let's see how that BKB is up. The Roshan in trouble. We have that Mars just tanking in nicely. Thanks to the medallion on Void Doctor, there's a possibility. He's actually pretty close to a Solar Crest per game, bro. Doctor. Granted, Solar Crest is 10 times cheaper now.
Roshan has fallen to
Focus. Oh, nice first one.
Just what the doctor ordered.
That BKB saved Watson completely. He would have died otherwise. They were hitting him constantly with the
Radiant's
Eclipse. And
bottom
of course,
tower
the
is
Alk on
under
top of
attack.
him. And they would have murdered him if it wasn't because he had the BKB just in time. One of the advantages of the Alk, and this is what we were talking about, playing around your timings, right?
Radiant's
NoTechies
middle
didn't want to
tower
fight.
is
They just
under
wanted to
attack.
guarantee the Roshan. Well, they thought they were a bit stronger. They only lost the Mars in the end, which is not that big a deal. But the idea is that they couldn't really go on the 5-on-5 because they lacked the BKB on Luna and on Viper. And once they have it now, they will be able to chase after them. This time was actually a lot of patience from very well played by Note.
Call it a warning. Dominating! Double kill! Got one.
Hey, Lamey, Watson coming by with another first dive, the claim. They bring back the Luna. She does have an Aegis on her though, so she's happy to fight this for now. They actually end up killing the creep housing cat, stopping Watson. He's gonna stun himself. Will they follow this up? They just showed a lot of patience earlier. I hope they don't mess it up now. Okay, they're gonna keep showing the patience for now. NoTechies, they know that if they full commit to that, they might lose yet another team fight. They forced a bunch of ultimates. It's not a static storm here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now. Luna?
Another phase begins.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Honestly, Luna, I don't know what the D ward was. Like, yes, I guess taking the ward is important there, but it's surprising that they committed so much just to get the D ward off, especially with the combination of that plus the Witch Doctor. Especially when they played so well before, and now you just gave Bait a huge lead on the Alchemist, which is exactly what they needed. He's going to go for the SNY, seeing that he is going to be constantly fighting early. No need for the Heaven Salbert. They don't see the threat in the Luna because now he's 4k above her. Beastmaster being a nice little secondary carry. And Dendi, thanks to the Midas, he's recovering. He's going to become the Quasi-Sword Invoker we all know and love. And that's going to make him much, much more powerful coming to the mid-late game, allowing Bait to not have to rely solely on the Alchemist. And the Alchemist as well, which could have come out that team. But I'm assuming that's why Dendi decided to max Wex before even putting any points to Zort, because just finds the attacks with Blackberry so important. And he might go for like a hybrid Invoker where he also brings some damage in the late game, but he is mainly a buffer in the early mid game, taking advantage of course, the power spikes of the Alp.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Bait.
Dire's bottom tower
not
is under
stopped
attack.
whatsoever with
Dire's structures are
tri-core lineup
fortified.
essentially at this point because of the way they're building. And the NoTechies, they need to make something work for this Luna, or else it's going to be another loss for the Luna. And at this point, you're going to stop picking her, thanks to NoTechies. I mean, that's the
Dire's
strat.
bottom
You
tower
will stop
has
picking
fallen.
Luna because they hate playing against her. I don't know, because at this point, the win rate of these heroes being tanked,
Radiant's middle
particularly by
tower is
NoTechies.
under attack.
Conflicted twice in the last week and also
Dire's
lost twice.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant
Nice
structures are fortified.
My coil run.
Nice. No fear.
Radiant's
Dead.
middle
the tower
tower
falls
has
though for Bait, and that's actually a tower falling to the boards alone, so not bad at all. And the L continues to farm, of course, looking for this Assault Cuirass before he wants to go for the fight. Seems appropriate with the SNY, you already have all the HP, and then the Assault Cuirass improves your effective HP considerably, especially against a Luna that you just really can't use the Eclipse anymore. It's just not that powerful a spell. You've kind of fell behind in terms of experience. Once you get level 3 Eclipse, maybe, but you just can't walk into the fight. Don't burst you way too quickly. Alk deals way too much damage right now. Yep. Yep. It is the Beastmaster. And he went for flats, exactly the build we set in the draft. I think this build is awesome, honestly. It's just, I will boost my Alchemist, and my Alchemist will carry me. That's it. There's not much more to complexity to this build. Oh, okay, that was pretty initiation by Focus. They catch the bird and the Beastmaster. And that's gonna be enough. Okay, not bad. Pretty good start by Focus. That Blink Dagger not quite revealed there, but I guess you never expect them to go. And this is why they committed 2 heroes to deward this spot earlier, right? I guess that was the play all
Dire's
along.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Money changes hands.
Focus, stop being a core, please.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well-gotten gains.
Yeah, you know, the park is dangerous at nighttime. There's Dendis lurking in the shadows. You can't really be safe as a support there. Solo was actually farming more iron.
Regeneration!
The old style, we used to build Orchid. That was a style. Back when Quasmac's Invoker was pretty much unviable and nobody used to pick it, there was a couple madmen that would be like, oh, I'll build Orchid, I ghost walk around the map and I kill supports, like just play Clinks, just play Clinks, dude. But you know, that's what Dendi's doing right now, except without the Orchid, because he doesn't need it. He's super made a Dendi. Who needs an Orchid? Opa Dendi.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yes.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah. Because
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's
no,
bottom
that's another
tower
point
is
actually,
under
because you're on
attack.
lockdown, you have nothing to protect the egg,
Radiant
so if you ever do
structures
an
are
egg slightly
fortified.
offensively, they're gonna kill it. Like, that's a fact, because you have
Radiant's top
nothing to make
tower is
people
under
not
attack.
attack the egg. So right now, at
Dire's
least you can play with a
bottom
defensive
tower
egg
is
and still,
under
like, say, slow them down,
Radiant's
or have
top
some utility in
tower
the
has
egg,
fallen.
even if he doesn't stun them, right? Use the egg more for the damage than for the final lockdown. At least the push is going well for NoTechies, though, so
Radiant's
they're
top
putting
tower
fair
is
pressure
under
with Luna,
attack.
who did go for the S and Y as opposed to the Manta style. Very interesting. Considering the buffs to Manta, it's weird to see this item picked up on a
Dire's
ranged hero
bottom tower
particularly.
is under attack.
And for Luna is like the god queen of Manta style. Yeah. Yes, and free to plays on Netflix, boys. Okay, who's gonna make Dendi an IMDb page? That's the real question. Yeah, seriously, someone in the chat. You guys are Dendi fans? Make him IMDb. The guy was a huge performer. But I mean, his story was amazing. He kind of sold free to play. My parents are fans of Dendi, and they don't know what Dota is. I only watch the Virtus Pro one. that's the one I watch every time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Killing spree!
Yeah, well done by Bait. They understand as well that now, as Dire, because their rating jumbos are Fen, it's much more, if you heard Traffic Controller Avo, you would have heard this, that it's much more important to actually control or secure the Radiant Triangle. Radiant Triangle has like increased in value, honestly, exponentially, and that is why they try to make these small plays. Even if you don't control the triangle completely, you put wards down there and you can secure the Roshan thanks to this. Focus has no arena blood, is very dangerous. Sunray, they do have a clips though at least. They want to defend this Roshan somehow, but can they do so in time? Focus is gonna go down. When he walks in, the other the Aegis wants his happy with it. He took the cheese for himself and the shard, and there's nothing left for NoTechies to do here. They've lost all the items they wanted to pick up. Focus will die, Dame as well. And Lamey will at least be able to get out alive, but that initiation was very ill-advised for NoTechies. I don't know where they thought they could take that. They were in a huge disadvantage. Supernova was still available for Bait.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
Yeah, quite a nice shard.
Radiant's top
I do
barracks
like
have
that
fallen.
new... I think it makes the Quas Exort Invoker viable again, partially, right? Because Chaos Meteor, one of the biggest things it has is that it just doesn't have... It has a huge cooldown, right? So if you miss it or happen to not have the best Chaos Meteor, you feel like it's complete waste. Now with 3, the chance of you missing it is not great, and the cooldown reduction is huge for Invoker.
We'll take that.
Yeah, no one control for Lamy. And the initial hunter almost destroyed. Eclipse still available. Lamy needs to do something with the ball around. Lamy! Murdered! Absolutely! What was he thinking? The GG's call. No chances. They're done. There's the solo GG. You're done with the match. Even if you have tier 2 standing, you don't care.
Dire victory.